Hi everyone, I'm Michelle Kelly. Welcome to Be in the Change. I'm going to get started by reciting my inspiration. Our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, which most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people will not feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us, it is in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give others permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Marianne Williamson. I'd like to say welcome to everybody who's watching me for the first time, and welcome back, and thank you to everybody who's been following me on this journey, where I started in 2019 stating I was breaking up with fear, I was breaking up with shame, and I was breaking up with guilt, followed by a weekly video for an entire year. And I was able to do that. I'm still going strong into year 4, this is. And also 2020 was to be kinder and more compassionate to myself and others. 2021 was to break up with processed sugar. And 2022 was to put an income onto what it is that I'm doing, which I'm still working on, guys. This has not been an easy road. When I started this, I had no idea what I was doing and how I was going to do it, which is like most everything in my life, kind of winging stuff. So I'm turning from a winger to a planner, and so I'm working on planning, getting a plan, and figuring it out, which is new for me, and it's big progress. I, grew up in a house where I had a lot of people do things for me, and when people did things for me, what it felt like to be on the receiving end of that is I thought they thought I couldn't do it. I thought they thought I was stupid, and I thought that they hated being near me. And what I have realized over doing a lot of work is they were doing it because it was easier for them, and it had nothing to do with me. And that's what I keep realizing every time as I'm on this healing journey. Every time people reflect, people are like mirrors, and we reflect back to each other parts of ourselves that aren't healed yet. So for the longest time, I grew up believing I wasn't that smart. And because I never felt smart, there were certain people who I would think, they think I'm stupid. And really what was going on at the time is they were showing me a part of myself that I hadn't healed yet. Because guess what? I can be around anybody now, and I don't feel stupid because I'm not. And a lot of times I used to think that I was, and what I had to do is I had to work that out. And part of my working that out was when I wrote a song years ago, and I never did anything like that in my life, and I was able to get it recorded and turned into a song. And it was the first time in my life that I ever thought, like, my God, I am smart. I figured out how to do things that no one ever showed me how to do. And I couldn't feel smart until I did things that made me feel smart. No matter how many people who said, oh, Michelle, you're not that stupid, it never worked. So I want to thank everybody who's been watching me. I was talking last week about, I know it was Mother's Day, and I was telling you I don't talk to my mom. And So what I was able to do is we're not in contact, and I didn't send a message. I'm still working on forgiveness of her, of myself. And how I've been working on this process is me and a friend of mine started writing letters back and forth to our moms every week. And it's been this incredible process and journey of it's not turning out how I thought it was supposed to. Actually, it's even better, but what's happening is we are learning to forgive ourselves for things that we never learned how to do. And what I have found out that I can't forgive anyone else until I have forgiven myself. And I think I really have forgiven myself, and I can't extend that to anybody else until I have that. But one of the reasons why I wasn't able to do anything for my mom for Mother's Day was because I'm in a process of where I feel bad and I feel sorry. And I feel sorry for her. And I don't ever want anyone to be in my life to do things for me because they feel bad for me or they feel sorry for me. And what I've learned out of that is codependency, and that is, manipulation. And I'm not okay being around somebody that feels like they need to manipulate me in order for me to be in their life, to be near them. And the other thing I wanted to tell you guys about, whenever, like, codependency is such a huge thing, and we're in a world full of codependency. And what codependency looks like is it looks like love. You complete me. Nobody completes you. God completes you. That is it. Not another person, not a job, not a house, not a car, not a kid, not anything outside of yourself. So to keep reaching for things outside of you to make you feel better, and a lot of times we reach for other people to do that for us. And what I've found out is nobody can do that for me but me. So the whole codependency thing is when I'm feeding someone else's codependency or their sickness, a lot of times I feel sorry for them. I can't help people I feel sorry for. I can't. And I end up getting resentful. So what I've learned is not to operate out of feeling sorry for anybody. So what I operate out of now is authenticity. And until I'm able to be my 100% authentic self, it is not safe for me to be around people who aren't well. So what I've had to work on is getting myself well, which a lot of times when you're working on getting yourself well, people will accuse you of being selfish, of being self-centered, of, and I've been accused of that, especially by family members, which I'm now okay with. Like, I have peace, and that isn't mine to carry anymore. So as I do these videos every week, I'm learning things about myself that I never knew that I could or would, but I am. And what I keep learning is I keep addressing things in my life. And one of the things I suffer with is depression. And I've never been diagnosed as clinically depressed, but everything that I keep working on, it keeps bringing out my depression is getting heavier and harder. And I was just talking to my friend today that I'm going to go find somebody to help me with this. I kept thinking if I do more healing, more work, that it'll go away. And actually what's happening is it is showing up more. I am still doing my food, no sugar, no flour, no wheat. Last Thursday, I found out I was eating wheat. And when I found out about it, I was like, screw it. I already had it today, so I did. So that was considered like a relapse. So I had to start over last Friday. So I was kind of upset about that too, because I want to do everything perfectly the first time. And I think a lot of times wanting to do things perfectly the first time, it has held me back from moving forward. So it led me to procrastination and not starting at all. So I'm telling you guys about me getting started, me with my setbacks, or they're not really setbacks. I'm just learning things that I've never learned how to do, and I'm incorporating some forgiveness in there for not knowing and not being able to do better. So I had a great friend tell me one time, I guarantee if you knew better, you would have did better. So I want to extend that to everyone who's watching. I guarantee that if you knew better, you would have did better too. And I have to apply this to myself over and over again. And it's hard to do, but I know myself so well. And I'm not afraid for anybody to see me anymore, because I see me. And this is your signing off. Thanks so much for everyone who's watching. I will see you next week. Stay tuned. Stay safe.